What's really good, YouTube? It's Jay Coffee Talk, tapping back in with another one, guys. And, over the past few years, the world, the fans, everyone has become very aware of Treyway, the 9 Trey Gangsters. We know the whole 6ix9ine saga and all that, but obviously Treyway been around a lot longer than that. I believe since 93, right? Like, hit the comments, everyone. But anyways, we got a story hitting the news about a Philly Treyway member, who was bleeding it in the streets, like in the streets heavy, getting a lot of money to the point where he attracted the attention of the feds. They put a task force together, a joint task force to take down this man. And, he was also trying to get his foot in the door in the rap game. And we're talking about this individual, Louis Trouble Morales, 29 years old, just got hit with 15 years in federal prison. And as a rapper, he was going by the name Trub 93, or I don't know if it's Trub 9 Trey. You could see him on the gram. His numbers weren't really high as far as social media and the music and whatnot, but it seems he was making some kind of progress as, he was doing performances locally, with Jim Jones hosting when Jimmy came to town, Casanova. And man, we gotta wonder, Casanova, who is, locked up fighting a federal RICO case right now. I wonder if, I'm just throwing it out there, you know what I'm saying? Him being around Casanova, taking some pictures with him and tapping in with him when he came to town as well, could have maybe put him on the feds' radar. Who knows? And we know Jim Jones has been, under some federal surveillance at times as well, and was, questioned in that whole 6ix9ine Treyway federal trial and everything, the RICO. Jim Jones' name was brought up. They asked 6ix9ine about Jimmy. They played Jimmy wiretaps, and it seems this Trub 93 or Trub 9 Trey dude was rocking with Jimmy as well. Like I said, so he was, and there's some other people that he linked with when they came to town as well. I believe Chef G, Gillie, who, is obviously from Philly. So he was getting local appearances and making connections. He was making some progress in the game, I guess, trying to, get into that legitimate money, which I always say, I'm no criminal mastermind or anything like that. But obviously that illegal money you can only get for so long. And the best thing you can do is try to get into something legitimate and level up and leave the dirty money alone. You feel me? But peep this, y'all. According to the feds in the media, documents obtained about this man's Fed case, like I said, just got hit with 15 years in the feds, plus 5 years post release and a $2,000 fine. And that's actually light work for the fine. You know what I mean? Whenever anyone is sentenced to federal time, you get fines with that as well. And that's pretty low, because they said he took a plea deal. And I guess, all things considered, they're saying they went lenient on him. But like I said, this dude seemed to really be out here making a lot of noise in the streets. All in all, this investigation, like I said, documents obtained and everything about the case said that they, had wiretaps. They were on him for a 3-month investigation back in 2019. And on 3 separate occasions, he made sales to undercover state police officers. Like I said, the federal investigation, they used a joint task force between federal and state authorities. And more or less, they're describing this guy as a local kingpin, that he wasn't just out here slanging and getting money. My Dukes was selling a lot of weed and trafficking weed. And they're saying he was selling the H in the meth. And allegedly, reportedly, they're saying that there was some ties to Mexican cartels. Or I'm sorry, I should say cartel. And, they just said this guy, was in the Philly area and was bleeding it all around in suburban areas and other cities, like in Reading, Pennsylvania. And you hear the way they're describing this man. You know what I mean? When they're putting the press release out, it says Morales and his co-conspirators pumped huge quantities of deadly addictive drugs into Reading and its surrounding communities. They said they got the wiretaps, as I said, where he's talking to suppliers, customers, and allegedly they're saying between combined, he sold over 2 pounds of meth and heroin in those 3 different incidents. You know what I mean? To the undercover, members of this task force. So, his dream of being a kingpin and turned into a rap star, all in all, didn't seem to really get that far. When I say that, I'm not trying to knock this dude. As I said, you could clearly see he was getting local performances. He was tapping in with people from the industry, making those connections. But, at the end of the day, maybe this guy was just too busy, running this empire to put more time into the rap. I don't know, because like I said, his numbers are low, and obviously he was getting money. And we know a lot of these cats that are coming up in the rap game, as far as the gram and such, I'm not trying to diss no one, but a lot of those numbers aren't organic, especially we know that check mark. He don't have one, but we know a lot of these cats pay for the check mark, period. End of story. You know what I mean? So I don't know, maybe the rap career was number 2 for him. Maybe he wasn't as concerned of trying to get out of the streets and more into the industry. He was posting up about come see me perform and all that. But in the end, this man got bagged up before that could all come to fruition for him. So like I said, man, the Treyway story, which, hip hop fans and people that follow the headlines and such have, become so familiar with Treyway, the, 9 Trey Gangsters over the past few years. Here's a story of Treyway out there in Philly and Reading, Pennsylvania, as you see the game, as far as the game. When I'm saying the game, I mean the drug business and whatnot, and gang culture almost seemed to kind of spread across America hand in hand. I don't know, y'all hit the comments and let me know if you guys would agree with that. But I've been speaking about on the channel the TV show Snowfall a lot as of recent, and Snowfall, as we know, is based on Freeway Ricky. We're not saying it's all 100% actual factual, but there is indeed a lot of things that happen that they implement into that show. And through the show, they show where one of Franklin, who's based on Freeway Ricky's homies, go out to his people, his family, go out to Little Rock, Arkansas, and over the years through true crime documentaries and music and different things, we've heard a lot of the gang culture spreading to Little Rock, Arkansas. And then, as we see this here, it seems like, the crime, the drug game, and the gang culture seem to kind of spread hand in hand. Like I said, hit the comments. Let me know if you guys think that sounds to be accurate. As always, guys, this is Jay Coffee Talk, just tapping in with this news, daily content, guys. We talk music, sports, current events, life, and much more. And you heard the news, Trouble 93, a Treyway, Pennsylvania member, given 15 years in federal prison. Let's talk about it in the comments. Thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.